Welcome everybody to Dummies on the Hardwood. As you can see, we got Johnny back for the show. We got Isaac to the left, Johnny right there, and we got Benny right across.
AKA Jay.
Wearing the Celtics shirt. Speaking of which, the Celtics won both games.
2-0, fellas.
In Boston.
2-0.
We're going to get reactions right now. Isaac, what are your reactions?
We got our ass kicked the first game. Jesus. I like the play. I like how we played the second game. If we made our free throws, it'd be a different story. But yeah, I'm encouraged. Next two games, we're going to take them.
Well, right now we're speaking about the game 2 right now. It's game 2 literally just ended. Boston won 105-98. Kyrie Irving didn't do anything on game 2. My reaction is just basically Kyrie Irving shot 38% on the field today. Literally it was that sounds high, but he had garbage points at the end. So that percentage should be way lower. Kyrie Irving, in my eyes, did not do anything as well. As long with, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, PJ Washington, who came through as well in my eyes, he did 6 for 13, but if he makes three of those threes, he only went 1 of 5 for the threes. He makes 2 of those threes, and I think it's a different story. So,
just a quick note: I don't want to hear about PJ got fouled. Doesn't matter. Game's over. When it made a difference, let's just move on to the next one.
Yeah, and I think what the whole outcome came to, in my opinion, was free throws. I mean, let's face it, the Celtics didn't shoot the ball that great. Can we be honest? They only shot 26% from 3. But I mean, the Mavs didn't make their free throws either. 16-24. It's not gonna help anybody out. You know what I mean?
They're talking about free throws of game 2 or
We're talking about game 2. Talking about free throws of game 2
for the Celtics.
I'm talking about for the Mavericks.
Oh, okay.
Mavericks shot terribly from the free throw. 16-24. I mean, that's 8 points they left out.
100%. And comparing that to the Boston Celtics, who won 19 out of 20 tonight. So, if Benny says over here, if Dallas makes 2 or 3 of those free throws, PJ Washington makes 1 of those threes, or maybe they call a foul on that.
It's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story. And I think personally Dallas would have won game 2 because, again, the Celtics floundered. But, I mean, at the end of the day, small little things. You could argue with P.J. Washington as a foul or not. It doesn't really matter at this point. At the end of the day, it's 2-0. I'd be concerned if I'm Dallas. That's all I got to say.
Props to the Celtics for going out and taking care of home court out in Boston, but now the series shifts out to Dallas.
You know who was a big X factor was there is Drew Holiday, because
absolutely
last year if you put Marcus Smart in that position, Boston's losing. This series is tied 1-1. Drew Holiday, I think, had 28 points.
26 and 11.
26 points, 26 and 11. He's a defensive playmaker as well. So that was a big X factor. It's going to be hard doing this in Dallas because Jason Kidd and that coaching staff is a good coaching staff. They're going to adjust to that. They adjusted very well in game 2, forcing Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown to do different types of stuff. I think Jayson Tatum had a bad night today with 6 of 22 or 8 of 22.
18 and 12. You know what I mean? I got to look at Isaac right over there, man. You really confident that Dallas is going to take game 3?
3 and 4.
What adjustments do they got to make, though?
We just got to make our free throws and make shots. Think about it. This would be a whole another different story.
The reality of the situation is Kyrie Irving needs to step the fuck up.
Yes, he does.
Kyrie Irving needs
has got to step up.
Because Luka Doncic, you could see he's laboring out there, but he's carrying that team. And, he's not... I mean, Luka needs help. Just the reality.
Well, think of it like this. I think Dallas had a good game plan. They're like, we're not going to let Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown take over today. If we lose today, it's going to be off Drew Holiday or Porzingis. I think that's what their game plan was. They just couldn't make free throws, and they couldn't execute at the end.
An X factor, Kristaps Porzingis looks like he hurt that leg again at some point in the game.
Yeah, I just saw reports that he tweaked his calf a little bit, but he downplayed it. But I mean, it's a calf, so you gotta be careful with that.
I have a calf injury. It's June. I don't know what it is. June 8th, June 9th. I've had this calf injury since February. It's no joke, all right? So I can just imagine a 7'1" guy with his calf.
Yeah, I feel like this game for the Mavericks just got away from them. I really do. I thought the Mavericks were really going to pull this game out in Boston. They started out strong. It just came down to a matter of making up the free throws, and then third quarter when Peyton Pritchard hit that court three.
Yeah, lucky 3 from half court.
That was a momentum shifter, man. That was a momentum shifter.
Yeah, that was a stinger for Dallas, but yeah, the series shifts back to Dallas. Yeah, the series shifts back to Dallas.
Game 3 predictions. Bobby, what do you think?
taking the Mavs. I think the Mavs are going to respond. They're going to take this game, win by probably 10.
I mean, do I have
Dallas by 15?
I'm gonna be honest. I had Dallas winning this series, or I wanted Dallas to win the series, but Boston's probably gonna win. I see Luka's hurt. I think Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown, one of them's gonna come through next game. And yeah, unless Porzingis, we have to see if Porzingis isn't playing. If Porzingis isn't playing, I think Dallas wins. But if Porzingis does play, even for 15 to 20 minutes, I think Boston pulls that through.
I mean, clearly, look, this is what I've been saying the whole time. Boston is not Minnesota. Boston is not Oklahoma City. Boston is at a level of their own, at a tier of their own, right? So when it comes to playing against teams like Dallas, I really think the Celtics have been consistent on the road. They're undefeated on the road. They're going to come into Dallas and they're going to take game 3. Now, am I going to say it's going to be a blowout win? No, by no means am I going to say it's a blowout, but I'm going to say it like this. Kyrie don't wake up, series is over.
Look, the bottom line is I'm looking at the bench scoring right now, and I could see right now Dallas this game had only 9 points from their bench. Meanwhile, the Celtics had 27 points from that bench.
Give Jaden Harden some more playing time. And
Jaden let's not start with
He's
Jaden
more
Harden.
reliable than Tim Hardaway Jr.
Let's
though.
not start with Jaden Harden.
Bro, Jaden Hardy's a beast, bro. He's like a little baby Lou Will. Y'all are sleeping on him.
I know. The AC is on for me, bro. AC is on for me. All I'm saying is Celtics by 6.
I don't know about that. We still have to see the report about Porzingis, but like I said, I think we have the Celtics guy rooting for the Celtics and the Dallas guy rooting for the Dallas guy. Huge shocker in that. I mean, I think Bobby's opinion is probably less biased than mine. So you have, once again, Dallas taking it through.
Yeah, this is not because I'm a Celtic hater. I just see that the Mavericks they're not going to go down easily.
Bobby's a Laker fan. So speaking of the Lakers, who's going to be the next coach? Who do you guys got?
They're talking about Dan Hurley?
First of all, yeah, the Dan Hurley. What are you guys' reactions? Because for me...
Wait, is Dan Hurley the coach already?
No, Dan Hurley just popped up as a potential head coach.
We're gonna find out by tomorrow. Reports are that he's gonna make a decision by tomorrow morning.
I heard the Lakers gave him a really damn good offer, like something compelling. Man, see, I don't know if I'm going to leave UConn. But, I mean, if I'm in that situation, I get called to the Lakers. Lakers say, hey, we're looking for a next head coach. I mean, are you going to take the Lakers position?
I mean, yeah.
Would you do it?
100%. I'll do. You're asking someone that's always been trying to do that for his whole life. So, I'll take any coaching job. I'll take the Detroit Pistons coaching job, and I know for a fact I'll make those
contenders. You going to unleash Cade Cunningham. That's what you're going to do.
Bro, I will unleash him. I don't know. I will convince Kevin Durant to come to Detroit to play with Cade Cunningham. That's how good I am. But Isaac has to say something.
Wild as hell, bro.
There's going to be 2 key factors to this decision. One, obviously LeBron, because if you hire, what's his name again? Dan
Hurley.
Dan Hurley. He's going to be the man. LeBron is not going to be the man anymore. He's going to be in charge and keep everyone accountable.
But I mean, if you also look at it like from this standpoint, I mean, yeah, Dan Hurley, you know, he's had great success at UConn. I mean, he has a chance to go for a 3-peat.
Yeah, but tell me how many good college basketball coaches make it in the NBA.
Billy Donovan was one of them. He actually had a solid transition.
With OKC
he's
Thunder,
mediocre. Yeah,
with
he's
OKC
good.
Thunder, not to mention you had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James
Brad
Harden.
Stevens. He made a solid transition. So there are some
Fred
coaches.
Hoiberg.
I give Brad Stevens. Fred
Hoiberg sucked though when he came from what was his team that Fred Hoiberg was at?
The guy who was with the Bulls head coach.
Yeah, he was with the Bulls. I forget what team he was with. I forgot what college team he was with. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He stunk.
John Beilein.
I'm trying to remember like the college he went to too, because it was literally in the top of my head last night. But
yeah, I was thinking about that.
Was it Iowa?
It was something like that.
It was
some long story short,
yeah.
What I'm just trying to say is that college coaches, in my eyes, don't really plan out in the NBA, especially when you have LeBron James. They brought in a Russian guy from like whatever, in LeBron James's prime, that Russian, that flat
Igor Kokoshkov.
Kokoshkov.
I'm
that was
surprised
terrible.
you guys remember his name. But point is
Bad
that
hiring.
He didn't plan out. You're playing with LeBron James. I think Isaac's right. I think they're gonna bring in someone who's like, hey, this is the coaching's role. We need someone with experience. And I think Dan Hurley's going to be it. But if you ask me, Mark Jackson or Jay Balla, one of the two.
Jay Balla. If you hear this, Los Angeles, Jay Balla.
I'll do it for free.
Really quick, I'm going to add another 2 points. Second, they have the 17th pick in the draft. And, God, I keep forgetting his name. Please remind me.
Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley. He's a really good development coach. So that 17th pick could be in for a good development. Rui Hachimura could see a development. So could Austin Reeves in some ways.
You know, Rui Hachimura already hit his ceiling. Look, I'm tired of everyone. I'm a Laker fan. He already hit his ceiling. Like, my brother's a big Rui Hachimura fan. I'm like, bro, that guy's gonna average 10 points his whole life. That's good. NBA is good. I can't average 1 in NBA. But like I said, he already hit his ceiling.
He's his cap.
And one more thing.
Oh God, sorry.
And if you're the Lakers, how many coaches have you had the past 10 years? Let's be honest. You had Frank Vogel. You had Darvin Ham. You had Luke Walton. You had Mike D'Antoni. You had was Byron Scott at one point?
Yeah, Byron Scott. Yeah.
You've had all these different coaches.
But are we talking about like during this present generation? 20? Are we
like
talking
the last 10 years?
Look.
Yeah. I mean,
Let me say something.
Bobby.
Look, I'm just gonna have to disagree with you and Benny about Dan Hurley hiring. I think the Lakers could use a fresh face, a fresh start in this league. Dan Hurley is a championship-proven coach. He was at the college level, but he took that UConn team back to back, and I think he could bring some experience to the Lakers. He brings that emotional intensity, and that's what the Lakers need. I think they really need somebody to wake that Laker team up.
Really quick. And if you're thinking about it, Bobby, Johnny, I'm asking you both as Laker fans. Would you want just another head coach for a few years or the next long-term successful head coach like a Phil Jackson, Eric Spoelstra, Greg Popovich? Are you guys looking for that?
I was looking for championships.
I'm looking for stability. I'm looking for stability. I think Dan Hurley fits that bill.
You need stability. You haven't had stability with LeBron.
For stability, go be a Pacers fan with Rick Carlisle or something like that.
call out the Pacers, bro.
We're with LeBron James, okay? We're with the guy who calls fouls. There's memes with him all the time. There is no stability with that guy. I'm
kind of interested to see that because LeBron is emotional and also Dan Hurley is emotional. If they get hired, I'm kind of interested to see how that pans out.
As you were alluding to earlier, Jay, look, at the end of the day, Dan Hurley, you're coaching LeBron James. It's a whole nother ball. You're not coaching Donovan Clingan, who has the potential to be the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. You're not coaching him. So that adjustment period, man, because LeBron's going to be coaching him. Doesn't matter. College and NBA, two different ball games.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but I think we've all had this conversation before. It's not coaching LeBron James. It's one coexisting with LeBron and then coaching the team around LeBron.
I mean, Ty Lue handled him pretty good when he was in Cleveland.
We're kind of forgetting an X factor. What about Anthony Davis?
He's going to be injured by... he played, I think, 71 games out of 82, so he actually did good.
How many games did he play?
Like 70.
Over 70.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So he actually got my respect on that, too. So
he should have some say, too. And if I'm the Lakers, I'm kind of...
I do give him props for that.
I'm asking for AD's input, honestly. As much as LeBron is a basketball savant, you have to limit yourselves. And if you're going to hire Dan Hurley, you have to have his back.
Yeah.
You can't have LeBron be like, oh, I want this, oh, I want that, we need this. You can't. You have to back the coach if you truly, really want that stability.
So you guys are in favor of Dan Hurley?
Yeah, I'm in favor of Dan Hurley.
Jay, are you in favor of Dan Hurley?
I'm in favor of Jay Baller or Mark Jackson.
Jay Baller, Mark Jackson. Jay Baller, Mark Jackson.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll go with Dan Hurley because he's a college championship proven coach. And since I just mentioned college, we have the 17th overall draft pick. Who do you guys think the Lakers should draft? I said LeBron because we all know LeBron.
Bronny James Jr. I mean, honestly, this year's draft class is mediocre, bro. Yeah, it's mediocre.
So what are you for, Benny? Are you for them hiring Dan Hurley or no? I mean,
look, at the end of the day, this is just a wild guess. I'm going back, and Frank Vogel's still a free agent. I'm looking at him. Frank Vogel coming back to the Lakers, I think it could work. Yeah, a reunion. Yeah, shit. I think it could work. But, I mean, Dan Hurley, that's a stretch. We don't know what he's capable of. I'm not saying he's not going to be a bad coach in the league, but we just don't know what he's capable of, you know?
There's a bigger elephant you need to address for the Lakers. If you hire a coach, you have to have his back. You can't have, like, one bad season like Darvin Ham, as much as people trash on him. Frank Vogel have that finals run, but you have to have the coach's back, and you have to have personnel. Would you rather, Bobby, Johnny, would you rather have a big three or have key role players that play consistently?
Well, who's the big three?
Let's just say you get Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, if I get Donovan Mitchell on the squad, bro, we're rolling with that, bro. Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell on the Lakers.
I just think the way the Lakers
that'd
are
be
set
crazy.
up right now, AD and LeBron eat up most of that cap space. I think the Lakers just need to build around and put some solid role players around them.
But LeBron's already in his twilight years, man. Because now the torch is gonna be handed off to AD and Reeves, man.
LeBron's 40 plus now, right?
He's already 40, 39, 40.
Lakers, you have to stick with your coach. Don't give up after one bad season. As much as Darvin Ham was a bad coach, he kind of didn't deserve to be fired. He didn't have the proper personnel.
Mean?
He didn't have the proper personnel. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The Lakers, in my eyes, with LeBron James, he's not facing or he's not going to be chasing after a ring this upcoming year. He's just going to be looking forward to playing with LeBron James.
I think at the end of the day, at the end of the day, LeBron's just waiting out his time.
It's going to be a farewell tour, and it's going to be
Bronny James and the Los Angeles.
James. So it might be with Dan Hurley, and it might be a development coach because we're not going to be chasing a ring. And I think that's the plan. Hey, let's draft Bronny. Let's get a coach who's going to develop Bronny. Farewell tour to LeBron. LeBron's cap space is going to be $30 million when he retires. That's $30 million we can go get after in 2 years.
Like $50 million.
$50 million, exactly. So
man.
That's insanely good 2 players. You can get Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young. Just saying.
You know who's also shown up? You know who's also shown up as a potential Laker hire? Jay Wright. Former college basketball coach. I'm kind of interested in that one too.
What's your hate with him, bro?
Yeah,
he has like the most stupidest things to say like on ESPN and stuff like that.
He literally carried Villanova. He literally helped Villanova, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we all have that story too, bro. Come on, I have that story too, brother.
What is it about Jay Wright?
Yeah, bro.
What is it about Jay Wright? Is it because he's not Jay Balla?
Oh, that's a good one.
Jay Balla.
You gotta play for the battle of the Jays, bro. I'll tell you one thing though, bro. My hair's not gray. So, his hair's gray, right?
Yeah. Gray. He's not as handsome as you, bro.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. He's not as good a shooter as I am either.
Do we have anything else to say about potential Lakers hire?
No, I'm interested to see if Jay Wright will work out with the Lakers. If Dan Hurley does not fall through with the Lakers, Jay Wright might be plan B. I feel like the whole JJ Redick thing was a smoke screen.
Wait. Quick prediction.
Wait. Why is it a smoke
screen? Hold on. Wait, what?
So Shams is technically really close to Clutch Sports, so they kind of like leak him information, so that way it can put Lakers on the pressure.
So that's interesting. So they're kind of like using it as like a smoke screen to kind of just pretend. What's my prediction?
You say your quick prediction.
I mean, honestly, look, like I wouldn't hire personally Dan Hurley, but I think Dan Hurley's going to take the offer. I'm not a fan of it, but hey, I think he could pan out pretty decently. And if you're UConn, I guess you got to start from scratch, man, without your head coach. But part of me thinks he's going to come back.
Bro, UConn can do just fine. They have just a good coach.
I mean, I think the coach is important, man.
There's a lot of
coach is important in the league, bro.
Out there in the world, you're talking to one of them right now, so don't worry about UConn.
What's your prediction? Who's going to be the Lakers' next head coach?
Dan Hurley's going to be it. I'm telling you right now,
I go with Dan Hurley too.
Dan Hurley, I guess.
But Lakers front office have his back.
Well, what offense are they going to run if the UConn position is open, Johnny? What offense are they going to run at UConn? If you're a head coach, bro.
Well, it depends on the players that you also have right there too, because
Alex Caravan came back.
That's why, like, if you're a coach and you just have like this certain offense, then if you have players that don't hit that offense, you're just never going to hit. That's why some coaches don't realize that until 20 years into experience. I'm like, I think because I played the sport multiple years. I'm like, look, there's different types of offense, different types of players. You don't want the shooter who just stands up in the corner, who's a really good shooter, to be your point guard dribbling up the ball. Like, the best he can be is your 2 guard and figuring coming off the screens and stuff. So
Jay Baller for you, folks.
What I really like about Dan Hurley's offense is that Dan Hurley's offense, there's a lot of ball movement. I was watching a video the other day, and he's very creative with his plays. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter if we have ball, but we need 3-point shooters.
Right, but I mean, he's very he'll make it seem like he's running like a slip screen, but instead of slipping, the big will pop out or he'll cut to the rim.
I mean, like I said, I can get you a pass from cross court, Bobby, and you'll be wide open. You'll miss that bad boy. So that's what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna miss anything, bro.
We need
I don't miss layups. I don't miss layups.
It doesn't mean it. Bennie was also one of the people too. I passed to wide open who also missed too. Also,
I don't know about that,
so,
bro.
like I said, Lakers need ball shooters. Doesn't matter about the ball movement. They need shooters on the court. Austin Reeves. What do you guys think about D'Angelo Russell? Maybe he's going to stay on the court.
D'Lo needs to go.
I do think so, too. I mean,
Yeah,
doesn't play
I do.
defense.
I feel like he's a scapegoat, but he got to go. He need a fresh start.
And Donovan Mitchell is also my potential target to get. But back to the two
Hell
teams
no.
who are actually in it. Do you guys want to talk about who you guys have for the MVPs?
For the finals?
For the finals, real quick.
Finals MVP, I think it's going to go to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jaylen Brown's going to win Finals MVP. If Boston wins, Jaylen Brown. If Dallas wins, Luka Doncic.
I mean, Drew Holiday just had a good... What if Drew Holiday has another good game like that?
Remember what I said? Remember, the Celtics, this is something that Dallas doesn't have. And I don't mean to poke fun at them, but who's your third option? Who's your fourth option? Who's your fifth option? Boston has 5 people they can go to. And tonight was another case in point. Drew Holiday put up 26. Tatum played terribly.
I mean, Jaylen Brown didn't really play that good.
Yeah, they played that good, but I mean, Drew Holiday was basically hooped his life for his life today, man. Like 26 and 11. I mean, come on now, man.
Yeah, you can see it too. Luka went 4 for 8 on those free throws. If Luka makes 4 of those free throws, it's a whole
It's a
different story.
game. I'm telling you, it's a game.
And look, for a good superstar comparison, Jayson Tatum went 5 for 6 for free throws, and Jaylen Brown went 4 for 4 on free throws. So, in my eyes, too, it's also about the experience, and the key factor is called mindfulness, and knowing like every point matters. So, especially at the free throw line, I think Luka is just super young right now with this inexperience, and just this is what
It's coming out.
This is Boston's third NBA Finals with each other, I believe. With the main two.
Yeah, I mean, and look, like I said, experience trumps everything. You know what I mean? And my stance still stays the same. I'm giving Dallas one more game to win, and it's going to be Boston 5.
If Jayson Tatum has a good game coming out, I think Jayson Tatum gets MVP. So I'll go my presentation with Jayson Tatum on Boston. And I'm not even going to give my Dallas MVP. I don't even think Dallas is going to win. But if I do think it's going to win, it's going to be because of Luka.
Yeah, Luka. Kyrie needs to step up.
So Jayson Tatum, because I think Jayson Tatum's going to come up. I feel bad for Isaac because he's just mad. But what was your...
We're not done yet. Series ain't over, right? We're going to go on a magical run like Dirk did.
All right. I mean, that'll be a heck of a run if Dallas...
the X factor. One of you guys mentioned earlier, but the X factor is Kristaps Porzingis. If Kristaps Porzingis doesn't come, is hurt, and he doesn't play. I'm gonna unfortunately I'm gonna take the
Celtics have won without him. They've proven it.
But who's gonna be the backup big?
Who?
Small ball.
My question is,
you play Lively out. That's what
my question is this:
No, Dirk Lively's a beast.
Luka, if Kristaps Porzingis is out, the first 2 games you saw that rim protection that Boston had. There were no lobs thrown at that rim. If they were thrown, it was either deflected or it got stolen. You take out KP and you're going to tell me Al Horford's going to be your next big to protect the rim on a lob? I mean, personally, what I'm thinking is if Kristaps Porzingis is out, Dallas is going to get their points in the paint because that's how Dallas thrives, with their points in the paint.
Gentlemen, did we forget Golden State won with the small ball 5 lineup of 3-point shooting? Did we forget about that? Did we forget about that?
They have more consistent 3-point shooters.
Golden State has Steph Curry.
So, I mean, look, at the end of the day,
Boston has a guy who went 1 for 7 in the 3-point line, and then his sidekick Jaylen Brown went 1 for 5 in the 3-point line. So
just stop your comparison right there.
Look, you're gonna have off nights.
I know,
everybody's
if
due
you get
for
Klay
it.
Thompson and Steph Curry, those 12 shots, I guarantee you they make more than 2. Maybe not Klay Thompson.
I'm just
but I know
saying-
Steph Curry does.
Okay,
Look, I'm just saying, small ball 5.
Has
Small ball 5.
that team won a championship? If not, then just be quiet right now.
All right,
then.
Isaac. Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying,
Salty.
you're comparing yourself.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the X factor is Kristaps Porzingis.
Doesn't matter.
You saw
Doesn't
the
matter.
impact. You saw the impact that Game 1 had when Kristaps Porzingis came back. The first game, Game 1, he was defending the rim. He had like 3 or 4 blocks.
He had 3 blocks. Yeah,
He had 3 blocks.
Was it 5?
And you
I thought it was
take out
5 blocks.
Al. You're gonna put Al Horford. He's gonna be your rim protector. You pull him up, and you have Lively roll to the rim, and he's just easy lobs.
I mean,
defensive stalwarts. That's all I'm gonna say. Boston has defensive
if we're
stalwarts.
talking about injuries, we can also see that Luka's also hurt with his chest or his ribs. So
At the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Yep.
no excuses. You gotta show up. Kyrie's gotta show up.
I hate it, but I do think Boston wins their championship.
Banner number 18. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, even if Porzingis doesn't come back, I still think Boston wins 2 more games faster than Dallas wins.
Yeah, Luka's hurt.
Especially Luka's hurt.
Kyrie can't play in Boston.
Yeah, especially Kyrie. He's over here
disappearing.
Not even disappearing. He's over here arguing with the fans in Boston. So
he just needs 1 game, and we're still winning.
All right. I mean,
I think we should just wrap it up from right there because we already said all this bad bush, and we all said right there. I think Boston's gonna. I mean, I think Boston closes it out in 6 without Porzingis. Regardless.
Boston in 5.
Mavs in 7.
Dallas in 7. Let me hear you.
That's a lot of salt, but okay.
I hope, but put Jaden Hardy in, baby, because I have his cards.
All right, you guys got anything before we go?
Hey,
well, let's see KP. What's the injury update?
Jay Ball
should be
the
fine.
head coach for the Lakers.
Jay Ball
Over Dan Hurley. Give me a shot. Give me 10 games, you know?
You hear that, Genie Buzz?
10 games.
You hear that, Rob Pelinka?
I guarantee we win 7. We go
Jay
7-3.
Ball out here, bro.
That's it.
I
I think Dan Hurley's going to be it. MVP prediction is going to be Jayson Tatum.
Jaylen Brown.
What's your MVP prediction?
If it's the Mavs, Luka. If it's the Celtics, I'll give it to Jaylen.
Luka,
Brown.
we're coming back.
So, I think we have it from right there. I think we all said Dan Hurley.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone hit the outro.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I forgot to mention too. Don't forget to follow us and support us on Instagram. Dummies on the Hardwood. Follow us on Spotify. We up on YouTube. We dropping on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate the support. Appreciate the love.
Thank you for listening. However you may be listening or however you may be watching, we support you.
Hit that like button.
Adios.
Banner number 18, Nana.
18. Oh, nah. Peace.
Cap. Come on, bro.